Happy Thursday. Weekend's almost here. A two-day weekend for a lot of folks in this office complex for the first time in a while. Apple Blossom has a tendency to make us a little busy, but that's in our rearview mirror. I'm Dan Kuntz. It is the 7th day of May, 2026. 57 degrees, a little breezy. It's going to be a nice day today. It's an interesting weather pattern. It's repetitive. One day clouds and breeze, next day sun, next day clouds and breeze, next day sun. The one consistent in all of this is temperatures well above normal. We hit 86 yesterday and our normal high is 69. That's pretty warm for this time of the year, and we're going to have an extent. We could go, by the time this heat wave ends, I mean, we don't really know when it's going to end, we could go 22, 23 straight days with our daily high temperature above normal. It's that kind of strange weather. All those details are coming up. Today's going to be a nice day. Then we cloud up and have wind tomorrow, and then that goes away Friday night. And then Saturday looks good. Basically, it's an every other day kind of thing. News, yes. Sports, not much. But the Mariners won. Atlanta had not lost a series so far this year. They have the best record in baseball, but the Mariners took 2 of 3 from the Braves, including yesterday afternoon. J.P. Crawford, the hero. Highlights of that. And he came to town to celebrate his 350th episode of your weekly tech update. I'm talking about the real deal. Ray McNeal hasn't been in this country, hasn't been in this hemisphere in 11 years, but he came to town, and I figured Ray is here. Let's get him on the show. We did a fantastic conversation with one of my favorite people, Ray McNeal. In the back half of the program, it is tour time. And here we go, including, we're going to bring back an old favorite that I forgot we had because we haven't used it in a long time. No, not that one. We use that every day. That is by far our most used camera because it's just gorgeous. And the fact that we have this ridge at the very tip of Wenatchee Heights that gives you this incredible view of the valley, that gives us a chance to use that camera a lot. And it's been a great news gathering tool, and sometimes it's just fun to play with. Although we have to remind our coworkers it's a tool, not a toy. Hose Landing overlooking a great deal of Aniat. As you can see, the hills are starting to brown up in many locations. We haven't had measurable rain since April 17th. Now, it rained a lot on that day, but that's been it. We are in a long, dry drought, year 4 of this drought. So with the very warm temperatures, these hills around the Wenatchee Valley, north central Washington, they're going to brown up rather quickly. From the top of Hay Canyon, well, not quite the top of Hay Canyon, but up there a ways anyway. We say good morning to Kashmir. Always a pleasure to see you. And let's welcome back, and let's give him a big hand, Blag Mountain. There it is, high atop Peshestin. That's one of the higher cameras. I forgot all about Blag because we haven't used it in a long time, but there it is. That's if you're driving through Peshestin between Dryden and Leavenworth, you can see Blag Mountain. It's the one peak that kind of towers over the other ones, so we can peek over the top of the neighboring mountains and hills and look at the Cascades way off in the distance. That is an incredible view from high atop Blag Mountain. Looks like it's a little breezy there. From Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. Sunshine today. It is a little breezy right now. The wind is out of the northwest at 12 miles an hour. It will die down. It'll be done by about 10 or 11 this morning. Outside of that, just lots of sunshine and a high of 82. Clouds come back tonight as a cold front comes in over the top of the ridge. We'll get down to 54. So tomorrow, you'll wake up to clouds, and then eventually the sun will come out. This is a cold front, which is why we're only going to get to 76 degrees, which is still well above normal. And tomorrow is going to be very windy, as will Friday night as the cold front passes through. So very windy on Friday, especially Friday afternoon, and especially early in the evening hours Friday night. And then while you're sleeping, going into Saturday morning, the winds will die down, and then high pressure reestablishes itself, and there we go. For the 4th or 5th weekend in a row, gorgeous. 81 sunshine Saturday, 82 sunshine Sunday, and 82 sunshine Monday. Hello, spring, which is well entrenched, and we are just, it's been warm, just incredibly warm. Again, we could go over 20 days in a row with our afternoon high above normal. It's certainly within the realm of possibility. Quick break, come back with the news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Fibercrete fireproof safety rooms can be the difference between life and death for you and your family. Typical fireproof safety rooms are 8x8 Fibercrete panels providing a solid sanctuary. Fibercrete safety rooms can be above ground, buried underground, or built within new home construction. Best of all, a safety room by Fibercrete is very affordable. Call 360-770-2088. You owe it to your family to find out more about Fibercrete safety rooms.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
The Surf and Slide Water Park is open from Memorial Day through Labor Day. Surf and Slide is located in the heart of Central Washington in Moses Lake with activities for all ages and abilities. Check out Surf and Slide's Flow Rider Surfing Simulator, Lazy River, 2 200-foot water slides, tube slides, and diving boards. Our children's area includes a Treasure Island water structure, splash pad, and baby octopus slide. For season passes, visit us online or find Surf and Slide on Facebook.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.
Sunshine for everybody here in the valley. We're at 57 degrees. It's a little breezy. The winds will gradually die down. A lot of sunshine today. Winds pick up tonight. Very windy all day Friday and into Friday night, and then we transition to a gorgeous weekend in about 48 hours or so. 7 minutes after the hour, six candidates will be interviewed for the vacant or Chelan Council seat. There's an open seat because back in March, council member Mark Eriks in Chelan stepped away from his position because of health reasons. He'd been on the council since 2022. Candidates include Chelan Hills Maintenance Association Board Treasurer Pamela Van Gerpen, Skyline Chelan owner Todd Higley, and volunteer firefighter Ben Laughlin. Other applicants for the open position: chef and restaurant owner Brant Jones, carpenter union leader Cesar Rivera Vargas, and the owner of the Culinary Apple in downtown Chelan, Lars Strandberg. The City Council is expected to make an appointment at the end of the meeting next Tuesday. The selected candidate will serve until the certification of the November 2027 election. A wine production facility in Grant County went up in flames on Tuesday with an estimated 4.5 million gallons of wine inside that facility. The Grant County Sheriff's Office provided this video from the scene. The facility on Highway 243 near Mattawa was operated by the Central Washington Wine Production Group and Up West Wine Tasting. Fire agencies from all over the region responded to the blaze. It was reported about 2:30 on Tuesday afternoon. Employees got out of there, but there were no injuries. But the facility, well, as you might imagine, not in the best of shape. It produced bulk wine solutions from grapes grown in vineyards across the Columbia Valley. The fire was under control by about 5. A Grant County fire marshal is investigating the cause there. 8th District Congresswoman Kim Schreier will be in Wenatchee today to celebrate new federal funding for the Chelan County Sheriff's Office. The Democrat helped secure just over $713,000 to buy less lethal equipment that would help deputies overpower subjects who resist arrest. That includes tasers and remote restraint devices like BolaWrap. BolaWrap is designed to entangle without causing injury. Back in 2024, Schreier helped Chelan County win a $660,000 award to buy body cams for their officers. Schreier and Sheriff Mike Morrison plan to unveil the funding at a press conference this morning at the Chelan County Courthouse. The Congresswoman will also hold a town hall this afternoon in Chelan. The state of Washington declared yesterday its reliance on snowpack for its water supply is now obsolete. We got to think of another way. The state is now in its record-breaking 4th consecutive year of drought, And in a conference on Wednesday, Department of Ecology Director Casey Sixkiller said Washington must plan better to cope with climate change. He announced a series of regional roundtables with local governments and other interested groups to help inform ideas for new water supply policies. Any proposals from that effort will be submitted to the governor ahead of the next legislative session.
By 2080, in the Puget Sound region alone, we expect to get less than half of our normal snowpack. This means the loss of millions of acre-feet of natural water storage. In the Nooksack Basin to the north, we expect to see wintertime stream flows increase by nearly half, with an equivalent drop in summertime flows. In other words, more water when we can't store it, and less when we need it to support fish, farms, and communities. And in places like the Methow, snowpack is expected to melt a month earlier than it has historically. Different watersheds are experiencing different pressures, but the trend lines are in the same direction. Now is the time to act.
And the latest delegation to visit from Misawa, Japan, headed home. Earlier this week, of course, they spent a few days right here during the big weekend of the Apple Blossom Festival. 10 students and 6 adults visited to mark our sister city relationship between Misawa and the Wenatchee Valley, which commemorates the 1931 Pangborn herd in flight. At their farewell dinner at the Pybus Puppet Market on Sunday, the student delegates performed the Sorambushi. It's a traditional dance among Japanese fishing communities. The Wenatchee Valley, of course, will send our delegation to Misawa in September. And that, my friends, is what's going on around here. And if you think going on around here is an important part of your life, at least knowing what's happening, we have a little program. We call it the NCW Life Evening News. At 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, 5, 6, and 10, the traditional times on television. If you are unplugged and everything is consumed through your smart TV or your tablet or your computer or whatever it is, we stream 24/7, 365. Don't forget about that. Just go to our homepage and click on Watch Live or whatever it is. I forgot. And if you have a news tip, send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. Not a lot of sports to talk about, but what there is, we'll do it next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Vape companies have a history of targeting teens. Now, they've been caught red-handed marketing to minors in Washington state and forced to pay millions in a major lawsuit. When it comes to your health, choose what matters. Choose you. Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
We've all dreamt of moving somewhere new. But what are home prices like? How are the schools? What are the state income taxes? And how's the weather? For all your questions, the Coldwell Banker Move Meter has answers. It's the only tool that lets you compare cities by cost and quality of living, so you can get a better idea of what your dream looks like and start making it come true. The Move Meter, only from Coldwell Banker. Live well with Coldwell.
Sports, Brian Wu did not get a lot of run support. Turns out he didn't need it. He was really good. 9 strikeouts, 6 shutout innings. The Mariners beat the Braves yesterday afternoon, 3-1. That was nice. So they take 2 of 3 from Atlanta. Cole Young, by the way, went 3 for 4 with a couple of doubles and an RBI.
After him with that changeup again. Hammered. deep. Left center field, incoming, Julio! That's a big-time home run. 436 feet. Julio's trip with the Trident, his 5th of the year.
No question about that one in Julio's mind. Sat back on that changeup. This ball goes a long way into the center field bullpen.
Into right field, base hit. Naylor is on his way home. Cole Young stands up at second base. He delivers in the 8th inning. A 3-1 Mariners lead.
Well, we were talking about the Mariners trying to manufacture runs, and this is how they get it done. Base hit by Naylor. Naylor steals second. He's in scoring position. And then the Mariners, leader in RBIs, gets number 20 with a solid base hit.
The 3-2. Strike 3 called. It's over. Dubon challenging. Now it's over. The Mariners take 2 out of 3. It feels like kind of a landmark series win, doesn't it, for the Mariners against the best team in baseball. They hand the Atlanta Braves their first series loss of the year and a bounce-back series for the Mariners.
Mariners are off today. Then they start a series in Chicago. That toddle in town. They'll take on the White Sox tomorrow afternoon at 4:40 with 3 in the Windy City. To the American League West scoreboard, Mariners win. Athletics lost. We like that because they're leading the division. Astros lost to the Dodgers, but the Angels did beat the White Sox, and the Rangers beat my Yankees. District 5 1A soccer tournament continues, I should say. Today, there are 8 teams left. Of the 8 teams that you see on your screen, 7 of them will go to state. This is all quarterfinal action in the District 5 1A soccer tournament. It begins at 5 o'clock with Tenasket hosting Connell. While Luke will be in Cashmere at 6 o'clock, same time for Cascade hosting Wapato. By the way, both Cashmere and Cascade are number 1 seeds, and Royal will host Okanagan this afternoon at 6. In the District 5 2A softball tournament, Ephrata got shut out by East Valley in a big way. The final there was 10-0. But Ephrata's not done yet. They still have a chance to move on, but they need to beat Prosser. They'll take on Prosser in a loser-out game on Saturday afternoon. And the District 5 1A baseball tournament gets underway in earnest. They had some play-in games, but now they really count. Cashmere will welcome Omak at 4:30, and Chelan will welcome Natchez Valley at 4:30. Go Goats, go Bulldogs, and those are just some of the games that people are playing. It's World Password Day today. World Password Day today. We all deal with passwords every day. A lot of it depends on where you work. Sometimes your company or your organization will let you save your passwords. You don't have to type it in every time. Others, you have to type it in every time. The minimum password length to avoid what they call brute force attacks is 13 characters. Once you get to 13 or more, those people out there trying to figure out your password, it gets harder and harder. Almost half of all organizations worldwide store their passwords in spreadsheets or Word documents, even though we're told never ever to do that, just memorize it. If you have an 8-character password with symbols and numbers and letters, you add them all up, there's about 250 billion different combinations. That's pretty good. Approximately 1/3 of all phishing emails are opened by the recipient. You're not supposed to do that. And about 90% of all phishing emails contain some sort of ransomware, so you have to pay them to get your information back. It's just pretty serious stuff, so think about your password today. Mine is 12345667, and then they said it has to be longer, so then I added an 8. Today in history. The Lusitania goes to the bottom of the Atlantic on this date in 1915. This ship was cursed from the very start. When they built the Lusitania, a passenger ship, to go between Liverpool and New York and back again. After they built the ship, they realized there wasn't enough room inside the ship to carry the amount of coal that they would need to make the trip, and so they took the watertight compartments apart and they made them coal storage. Oops. It was way too top heavy. It was 7 stories tall, and so when it took to the seas, it had a tendency to get really bad. And on its faithful voyage from New York to Liverpool, it was carrying a whole bunch of munitions and explosives and gunpowder, all on its way to Great Britain to help fight Germany. None of the passengers knew that they were basically sitting on a ginormous keg of dynamite. None of the crew knew either. It was like 4 people on the entire ship knew that they were carrying contraband. And then about 2 in the afternoon on this day in 1915, a German submarine fired a torpedo which struck the ship, which caused the ship to essentially blow up and sink. The ship sank in like no time at all. There was enough lifeboats for everybody on board, including the crew, but the ship went down so quickly that they could barely even man the lifeboats. In fact, they had 48 lifeboats, and only 6 of them were launched. 1,198 people died, and then came the controversy. Germany said, we had a pretty good idea you were carrying contraband explosives and munitions to our enemies. That's why we blew it up. United States said no, and Great Britain said no, and then they had an investigation. There was a manifest in London that said no explosives on board. And there was a manifest in New York, a second manifest that said there were no explosives or munitions on board. The owner, the Cunard Lines, they had their own manifest, and they proved it to everybody. There was no munitions on board. And then 20 years later, FDR was going through Woodrow Wilson's personal papers, and he found a carbon copy of the original manifest, which said, yeah, there was 173 tons of munitions on board after all. The British basically covered it up, and they did a pretty good job of it until 1982, when the wreck of the Lusitania was discovered, and a bunch of deep sea divers, it was in international waters, anybody could go check it out. The deep sea divers said, we found the Lusitania, let's go down and check it out. And the British said, be really careful because there's 173 tons of explosives on board. So they tried to cover it up. Yeah, they did actually for quite some time. We won! May 7th, 1945, halfway over, 3/4 of the way over, I guess. VE Day is done. It's all over. Germany's participation in the war comes to an end. The document would take effect the next day, but for all intents and purposes, May 7th, 1945, VE Day. We still had some work to do in the Far East, but we're getting there. That was on this date, 1945. And the amazing story of this amendment to the Constitution, the 27th Amendment to the Constitution, which, by the way, is the most recent one that has been ratified, was ratified after 203 years. This is the amendment that bars the Congress from giving itself a mid-term pay raise. Now, this was proposed way back at the very beginning of this country. It never passed, never came close, but it also didn't have a sunset clause. It was largely forgotten, and then in 1982, Greg Watson, a 19-year-old sophomore at a college, wrote an essay that said this could still be passed as an amendment because it has no sunset clause. His professor gave him a C-, said, you're an idiot, it can not be passed. And so he put on Greg Watson, a 19-year-old kid, campaigned to get it passed, and it got passed. By the way, she would eventually change her name. This took 203 years to get this amendment passed, but it's on the books. Birthdays. They're all heavenly birthdays today. Gary Cooper, Coop, born on this date in 1901, grew up on a ranch in Montana. He was considered an outstanding horseman. He got 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor. He deserved them both, one for Sergeant York, which I've never seen, and High Noon, which is what I've seen a bunch of times. He also got an honorary Oscar in 1961. Gary Cooper, born on this date in 1901. Johnny Unitas, forever associated with the city of Baltimore and the Baltimore Colts. The legendary Johnny Unitas, considered by many still to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. When he retired from the NFL, he had almost every record a quarterback could possibly have. In the National Football League, Johnny Unitas was born in this state in 1933. And the great Tim Russert. When Tim Russert hosted Meet the Press, for me, that was Sunday morning appointment viewing. I never missed it. He was real good. He was 16 years the moderator of Meet the Press, and it's hard to believe that Tim Russert's been gone now for 26 years. He was good. Speaking of good, for heat and air, call Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. They got a brand new logo, but their reputation for great service and really good HVAC equipment is second to none. If your home is 20 years old, you may have a really good HVAC system, but the HVAC systems are coming out with today that Alpine Air installs for you are incredible. I mean, incredible. And you'll save a lot of money heating and cooling your house. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Mike McNeal's got an opinion about what I can't remember. And then my conversation with the real deal, Ray McNeal. He came all the way up from Australia to visit us for about 10 days. I got him in the studio. Glad I did. You'll enjoy our conversation when we come back. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
A kitchen that makes mouths water and jaws drop. A bedroom from a dream with a bath from a spa. A walk-in you'd never want to walk out of. A pool like the fountain of youth. And a view that never gets old. When buying or selling a home of the highest standards, it's comforting to be represented by a real estate company with standards to match. Coldwell Banker Global Luxury. Live well with Coldwell.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, your place for fun, food, and friends. Happy hour every day, 2 to 7. Try their brand new menu and famous prime rib every Saturday night. Planning a celebration? Book your holiday party, wedding, or private event, even in their exclusive simulator rooms. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, where every day is a celebration. Visit today.
This is Mike Mad Dog McNeal, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, I'm really pretty conservative. I always have been. I really don't like big government. I think taxes are too high. And I'm sorry, but I think Democrats have a tendency to be self-righteous, and they jump to unjustified conclusions when Republicans do things they don't like. However, I've never been a Republican, and I'll tell you now, I never will be. The Republicans allowing themselves to be under the thumb of that man who is the head of their party, they repel me. And while I may be disenchanted with Democrats, I'm disgusted by the Republican Party's willingness to sell their soul. And for what, I ask? And I do believe there are many others in this great country of ours who are beginning to feel the same way. This is Mike Mad Dog McNally, and that's my opinion.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. With professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Community is more than just a place. It's the people, stories, and connections we share. At the Wenatchee World, we're your neighbors, your storytellers, and your trusted voice. From uncovering the issues that matter most to celebrating the moments that bring us together. We deliver the stories that keep the community moving forward. The Wenatchee World, your community voice, here every day.
For the last any number of years, if you've been following this television station with any kind of consistency, you know there's a program called your Weekly Tech Update. It is done on the other side of the planet by the gentleman to my immediate left, and for the first time in 11 years, he is in the Northern Hemisphere. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the real deal. It's Ray McNeal right here in our studio.
Thank you very much. I am so blessed to be back, however short my visit. I love seeing the studio, love seeing everybody. It's so surreal being here, Dan. It really is.
I've known Ray for a very, very long time.
Indeed.
He was a teenager, I think, or something like that. I'm not too sure.
What are we going on? We're at 25 years. Yeah.
Ray was in radio with me for a while. Then he went on to Localtel, was in installation, Sky-Fi, things like that.
I hosted the morning show on Apple TV back in the day.
You did? God, that was a long time ago.
That was.
And now, Ray, for the last 11 years, has lived in Australia. There's a reason you moved to Australia, for those of you who don't know. I know, but it's an interesting backstory. Just a quick little reasoning why you decided to uproot from the Wenatchee Valley and move to Australia, because it's a pretty cool story.
A woman.
That's it.
Yeah, a woman. No, my wife. Met my wife online. We have a kid. Her family's down there. So we got this wonderful opportunity to run a hotel on Phillip Island, Australia, which is the coolest island. I love Wenatchee. It is my home. If I had a second home, it would be there. It is equally as beautiful and fascinating as the valley is. I've been there for a little over 10 years now. Absolutely love it. And if anybody gets a chance to look up Phillip Island, I suggest you do. One of the coolest things in the world is on the island with us. They have what's called the Penguin Parade. It's a penguin conservatory. We have warm water penguins on the island. They're about yay high or so, 6 inches to a foot, depending on their age. And they do something called the Penguin Parade. So every day in the morning, they wake up from their burrows on the hill, they go down the beach and into the ocean. And then every night, like clockwork, when the sun goes down, 1,200 of these little penguins waddle up the beach and go back into their homes. And they have these big grandstands set up so that all the people can come. They get bussed in from all over the world, and they sit and they watch the penguins go back home every night. One of the coolest things. I am not an animal person either, but it's awesome, and they are so cute and just incredible to see.
I thought penguins were native to Antarctica, and that was like it.
I had no idea there were warm water penguins till I moved to the island.
Okay.
But yep, warm water penguins. They love it there and flourish. And the colony was almost wiped out once upon a time, and then they created the conservatory, and they've saved them, and now there's well over 1,200 penguins on the island.
You've been gone 11 years. How long did it take you to acclimate yourself to the cultural differences?
11 years.
You're not there yet, huh?
I am not there, and if you can tell, no Aussie accent as of yet. I've tried. It doesn't suit me. I'm as my wife says, American all the way through.
Does that stand out to the locals there? Your accent, even though you've been there for 11 years?
Yeah. Anywhere I go, they hear me instantly. Hear me instantly.
You reached out to our mutual friend and former boss, Brenda.
Yes.
Because you're a tech geek. You're one of the most knowledgeable people on the cutting edge of technology, and you pitched the idea, And she said, no. And then you said, what if I just do it myself and send it to you? And she said, okay.
Yeah, sure.
And that
Absolutely.
was 350 episodes ago.
Yep. 351 is aired yesterday. So you'll catch it 8 more times this week on the NCW Life channel. And it's been an amazing ride. 350 episodes is something I didn't dream about when I started. I started it as a little YouTube channel, and then I talked to Brenda at the station, and she basically said, hey, since you got it, it's produced, let's throw it on the air, let's get it going. And I've been doing a tech segment on TV and radio here in Wenatchee since 2002.
Right.
I started as the, weekend overnight guy on a local radio station we will not name right now.
We're not going to mention KPQ. We told them that we wouldn't. Anyway.
And worked my way up from there to the afternoon drive time full time, hosted the morning show a little bit here and there, and it's just been an amazing ride. And throughout it all, I'm a geek. I love technology. I love talking about it. I love showing it to people. Most people, their eyes glaze over and have no idea what I'm talking about, and I really don't care because it's fascinating stuff. And it's amazing that I've been able to get to do it this long.
Where do you find this stuff? I mean, I watch the show. I mean, where do you find this stuff?
Everywhere. I search the interwebs everywhere. I have the set sites that I go to every day, but then there's Reddit, and there's people that send me stories. Everybody that's emailed me and shot me stories. I've gotten so many from the Wenatchee Valley. I thank you so much. It is tough sometimes bringing up these stories, but there's such an abundance of amazing tech out in the world. It's really easy to fill a half an hour of TV every week.
Well, I enjoy it, and I love the closing segment. Tell people about that. You close out every show with your little...
I have a couple closing segments. One is before my end credits. That's this week's What The? Is that what you're talking about?
That's the one.
Yep, that's where we show the stupid criminal stories, the oddball crashes and people freaking out on the internet and whatever the case may be. But any story that makes you look at it and go, what the? I like to feature on there. And then we also end out the story, the show after the credits with this week's Moment of Joy. And that's, the standard wide angle funny music set to cute animals, and you can't not like that.
That's an Easter egg. That's after the credits.
That's
so
after the credits. So if you tune out during the credits, you miss this week's Moment of Joy.
So well, what's your itinerary? You probably have a lot of stuff crammed here while you're here outside of family.
Yep.
I know your dad is probably just absolutely thrilled to see you, and your sisters as well.
Got to see him as well. Got to see my sisters too. My niece Scarlett's birthday is coming up Saturday. Happy birthday, Scarlett.
You probably have family members you haven't seen, right?
Right, yeah. No. We haven't seen most people for 11 years. We had one family member come down to visit us here a little while back. That was lovely. Other than that, it's all been video chats and talking on the phone and going from there.
What is the time difference? How many time zones did you travel to get here?
Oh boy.
I was going to do the research and I forgot.
Yeah, I don't even know, but several. It's nice coming to Seattle from Melbourne because you don't have jet lag. You get off of the plane 2 hours after you got on the plane on the very same day.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. But if you're looking at the time difference, it is 17 hours
ahead.
Is that where we are? See, I'm on the other side of the world now. So
yeah, I think it's 17 hours ahead.
When I'm in Australia, I forget about the day and just go for the hours, and you guys are 7 or 5 hours ahead of us, depending on daylight savings.
And it's early autumn there, right? Or mid-autumn in the southern hemisphere?
Yes, correct.
So, but the weather is pretty, you've told me.
Exactly the same as here right now.
Yeah.
It's very cool. I went from this climate into this climate.
That makes things nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
350 episodes, that's remarkable. That means two things. Number one, people are watching it. Number two, you have enough content to make it last.
Oh, and enough for 600 episodes.
So you never have to sit there at your computer and go, I have no idea what I'm going to do to fill up 22 and a half minutes of broadcast time.
No, it hasn't been a thing. In fact, the past couple of episodes, the one airing this week and the one airing next week, because I'm here in the States, I set up a bunch of new shows before I left, and they are content that I have recorded previous. Because every single week I record a lot of stories and then have to pick and choose as to which ones fit into the program. So I literally have the past 5 years of stories that I haven't used that I was able to cut up and produce and get into the show for the next 2 weeks. Amazing stories that don't have a time frame, that aren't too outdated, that they're not entertaining. They're amazing pieces of technology that you can still have, that you can still buy today, that people haven't heard of, because if you're not into the tech field, most of these things just go by the wayside. Nobody knows exactly what's going on out there in the world, and when you see a flying car for the first time, or you hear that the Starship is actually being built up and one day maybe going to get me from Seattle to Melbourne in 40 minutes, that's the promise. It's
Don't
just
hold
amazing.
your breath, Ray.
I know, but I was hoping by this time I would be able to get in a
One thing you
Starship.
can't ignore, it's there, it's omnipresent, it's not going to go away or get smaller. AI.
Yes.
Artificial intelligence.
Yes, absolutely.
It rolled out 2022. Yeah, we'll see.
And almost seems to be a bad term these days.
Yeah, well, it's there are people, baby boomers like me, 61 years old. What should we be scared of AI?
I'm reminded of a story that I saw that came from, was it the 1920s, the 1930s, something like that?
Back when your dad was just a kid.
Yeah, when my dad was just a kid. And they were talking about newspapers and people who wrote stories for newspapers, and that they were going to go completely out of business. And it was this horrible thing, this new invention, radio, that everybody has been talking about.
And then television came out, which was going to put radio out of business.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And then we got VHS tapes where you could record movies, and that was going to put the movie industry out of business. Then CDs, and that was going to put the music industry.
But this, you have to admit, Ray, you're my man on this stuff.
Yes.
But you got to admit, this is different. This is different.
I don't know if it is.
Really?
Yeah. It's a piece of technology. It's a tool that we can use and utilize to the best of our ability. And just like every tool out in the tech world, it can be abused and misused as well, just like VHS and CDs and everything else that's come before.
Are you, on your daily life of and I'm talking about just general junk you public might be, when I'm on the web or doing whatever it is that I'm doing, is AI already there and I don't even know it?
Oh, yeah.
It's lurking back there?
Well, if you think about it, we've had AI for years and years and years and years. Google is AI.
In a way, yeah.
The reason they bring up the search results and do it so well is because of their built-in AI to Google search. So it's just an expansion of that. It's something that we're all going to have to deal with. We're all going to have to use as time goes on. There's good uses, there's bad uses. Because of my show and the way I am, I love technology. I get giddy about it like a little kid, and I look at the positive sides. There's always the negative sides, but there's that to any subject in the world too. Utilize it to the best of your ability. Do good with it. I think AI is going to bring about a lot of great things with its research capabilities. It's already finding issues in code online and enabling companies to fix them. It's already finding solutions to medical problems that doctors have never thought of. It's an amazing technology, and I think, again, it's just one of those things that will be misused, but can also be a lot of fun, too. I've got a buddy who's into AI and likes AI video generation and has a little business that reviews CPAPs, and he always puts a little AI flair into his videos just to get people interested and go, ooh, cool, what was that? And I've done that a little bit, too, and find it a lot of fun just to be able to play with.
In my research and my reading, I like to be informed about what the hell's going on around here. It's built into my DNA.
No, really.
The one thing about AI that is standing out right now is that AI, as it currently is not profitable.
Right.
These companies that are building out AI, they're not making any money. In fact, they're losing money hand over fist. What is going to this isn't going to last forever. They're in it to make money.
Absolutely.
Because they're spending buttloads of it.
Do you remember
when does it AI become a viable money-making proposition.
I want to say Amazon took 10 years before they made money. They lost money the first 10 years. I think it's a matter of time before AI does the same thing. And they're trying. They're trying to do subscriptions and trying to figure out how to make money off of it all and make a living. There's been a lot of AI companies that have already gone out of business because of that. Again, it's a tool. It's a very cool tool. It's going to enable a lot of people to do things that they wouldn't otherwise. Like myself, hosting a small show here in the Wenatchee Valley, I've got no CGI budget. I've got no production team that's going to go in and do stuff after me. But with AI, I can make it appear as I do. And it's something that I would not be able to do otherwise.
Well, when you got major players like Zuckerberg and others who have thrown their hat into the ring, and they have a long history of doing pretty good with their brainstorms and things. I think Meta alone has like 5 or 6 different AI subsets in their umbrella organization.
Absolutely do.
If they think they can make a go of it, then
it will be around until the end of time. That's all there is to it. What form will it take and what rules and restrictions will they place around it? We don't know, and I think time will tell really in the end.
What do you got coming up? Preview some shows for us.
I've got a couple news stories for your weekly tech update, ones that haven't been featured on the show yet, so we can go over that. Please. We'll also play another game of Guess That Aussie Slang, where Dan has now won 2 times and lost 1. So we'll talk about that here in a moment. Let's go ahead and kick things off real quick. I've got, 3 or 4 news stories to talk about today. The first one is going to be Joby Aviation. They're one of the new flying car companies. Something else I'm very sad to hear about. We don't have flying cars yet. We should.
This is the video I saw. It takes place over Lower Manhattan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. They're demoing air flights in New York City for the very first time of these air taxis. The air taxi is basically a quadricopter that you can hop in and ride. It's much quieter than the helicopters that they currently use to make these exact flights. These are flights from the airport to building tops and different areas that they drop their passengers off. So it's going to be one of those things that it makes it much more efficient, makes it much faster, and a heck of a lot cheaper because these are electric vehicles.
Okay.
They're not using a gasoline engine on a helicopter burning jet fuel.
And helicopters, as you mentioned, are very loud.
And very expensive to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what else?
So they're flying in New York. They're not taking passengers yet, but they are testing things out, and hopefully we get flights from them soon. Another one, we're going to pop this on the screen. Say hello to the JJ-1. It is an Imperial mono-wheel droid. Looks like it's from Star Wars. It was designed in Fusion 360, balanced by an electric gyro and remote controlled via a fly-sky transmitter. The shell is completely hollow and it's all held together, no screws, no glue, no nothing, with magnets. The magic of magnets. 144 magnets in this bot, and the people at Star Wars are going to see this thing. We are going to get this in the new Star Wars film. You know we will. It's essentially the BB-8 droid, but on a wheel instead of a ball, and great little invention by them. If you're struggling to find a way to transport dinosaur embryos, one of those things
that's been bugging me for years.
Yep, I figured as much.
I got a box in my spare bedroom. I can't get rid of them. I don't know how to move them.
There you go. And they go bad very quickly, so we need a way to transport them. And of course, you also don't want to spend full price on it either, because those things can be pricey. You can get a can of shaving cream that actually contains a hidden rack of vials, perfect for your dino DNA, off Amazon right now for $22.94, straight out of the Jurassic Park movies. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, you'll probably end up dinner like Wayne Knight's character did in that movie.
That very well could be. And then finally, on your weekly tech update, we go over everything geek. We talk about technology, we talk about sci-fi, we talk about the latest entertainment movies, and the weird thing that happens behind them. This one is so cool to me. It's the first trailer for Coyote versus Acme. We're going to play that in a moment for you. It's starring John Cena, Lana Condor, and Will Forte. Have you heard about this movie?
I've heard of one of those actors, and that's about it.
All right, not a problem. This is the Looney Tunes movie. And this thing was created, produced, and shelved several years ago because I believe it was Warner Brothers wanted to take a tax hit on it instead of actually putting it out to theaters. They did the same thing with Batgirl, I believe, as well.
So this movie was made a couple of years ago and
shelved,
it hasn't been going anywhere.
And now they're bringing it out and putting it into theaters finally.
Okay,
so
let's watch this video.
Absolutely, check it out. The Looney Tunes movie in theaters August 28th.
Horribly injured by a product made by the Acme Corporation?
It's not your fault. There's probably someone to blame.
Name of the case is Coyote versus Acme.
Wile E. Coyote. He is reckless. We all know who's responsible, and all of his injuries are self-inflicted.
You've been settling Acme cases for years.
I could probably get you $250 for that.
This is your opportunity to really show people what you're capable of.
These companies think they can do whatever they want. We're sick of it.
Acme! Act you!
Nothing to see here.
We really have nothing.
We both know it would be very unpleasant if anything bigger were to become public.
What is up, Doc?
The Acme Corporation is releasing this film for accounting purposes only. We do not condone any of the storylines depicted.
How cool does that look?
That's pretty cool. I gotta admit, and I haven't been to a movie in a while. The way we talk about technology, the way movies are even projected on a screen anymore is insanely
getting crazy. And this Looney Tunes movie is awesome because it reminds me of the old school animation. Yeah. It's 2D animation in the real world, very much like Who Framed Roger Rabbit from back in the day.
We're almost out of time. It's important that I would be remiss if I didn't mention this, Ray, in the short time we have left. You and I lost a mutual friend.
Oh, boy.
In Steve Hare.
Yes.
One of the best. Absolutely one of my favorite people
Absolutely.
I ever had a chance to work with. Funny. Took his job seriously, but not too seriously.
The man that taught me how to research, to write, to report, and to read news on the air. And you worked with him closely too. I got to work with him very closely, and one of the best people I know, man.
When you spend 3.5 hours Monday through Friday with the same guy in the same room at the hours that Steve and I worked during the morning show together, at KPQ, you get to know somebody pretty well.
Yes.
And Steve was one of those special guys, and you kind of knew it.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had a little sparkle in his eyes,
And while most people I work with, I don't get the chance to hang out with outside of the office, me and Steve got to hang out so many times just in our downtime and got to chat and talk about things, and I am so blessed to have that time. I'm a bit sad that I came to visit, and this happened now.
Yeah.
But I'm also blessed if we do have a memorial for him while I'm here. I'm going to be there for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't be a stranger. You're going to be here till the 6th, so. We need to get together, have a couple of cold ones. We have beer in America. You might enjoy that.
Yep.
So
there's Stubbies in Australia.
In Australia. That's good.
Absolutely. We have to play a game before you go. I don't care what your timing is, but we have to play Guess That Australian Slang.
Bring it on.
This time I'm doing it a little bit different for you, Dan. You get 1 point for every correct answer, 0 points for the wrong. Person with the most points wins. So good luck to you. Instead of giving you the Aussie phrase and having you guess what that is, I'm going to give you the American phrase and see if you can guess what the Aussie phrase is.
I'm ready.
All right, this one's easy. Barbecue.
Barbies?
Yeah, you got this. Absolutely. Let's go avocado.
Avocado in Australian. Green vegetable.
They like to abbreviate everything in Australia, so avocado is avo.
Okay.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Is brekkie.
Brekkie?
Yep,
Okay.
Yep. When you are full in Australia, you say...
You burp.
You say, I'm chock-a-block.
Chock-a-block.
Yep.
Okay.
Where it came from, I have no idea, but that is what you say. A service station or a gas station in Australia.
I'd say like pumps.
It's called a servo.
Oh, okay.
Yep. If you want to go to a McDonald's, you go to Macca's.
Okay.
Want to go to a liquor store, it's a bottle-o.
A bottle-o.
Yep. If you're looking for your swimsuit, you got to go and look for your swimmers. I love that one, I really do. And if you are really happy in Australia, oh my goodness, you are stoked, my friend.
I'm stoked to see you.
I am stoked to be here.
Don't forget, drive on the right side of the road while you're in town, and we don't have the metric system here. My apologies.
You know what? I've never got my head around it anyway, so that's fine. I even use Fahrenheit in Australia. Everybody there hates it when they see it.
We learned the metric system in 6th grade, and then I forgot it.
Yeah, it happens.
Ray McNeal, host of your Weekly Tech Update. Check it out. It's on 8 times a week. Just go to our website, download the program schedule. It's a PDF, and you can check out Ray's show. And it's on YouTube and some other stuff as well.
Absolutely. New episodes, 8:30 p.m. every Monday on your week on the NCW Life channel.
And it's entertaining and informative, and which is two ones better than me. I can tell you that much. Let's have a stubby while you're in town, all right?
Sounds good.
The real deal, Ray McNeal. Everybody give it up. They love you. We don't have a studio audience. You're watching Wake Up and
I saw the audience.
Yeah,
it's fine.
you saw the audience. We'll be right back.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life channel.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
We close out this program with, first of all, the live read from our friends at Pool to Spa Services. You can upgrade relaxation with a Bullfrog Spa featuring the exclusive Jetpack Therapy System. So it's like a customized, personalized comfort zone when you get in the old hot tub. You're good to go. Check out Pool to Spa Services on Worthing Street there, not far from the Pybus. they'll help you out. So basically, it's an every other day situation. We had the cold front that came in yesterday afternoon. Yesterday morning was beautiful. By 1 o'clock, the clouds rolled in, and the wind picked up, and then it happened overnight, and then, of course, it's now gone. So today we have a brief ridge of high pressure. It's a little breezy, but that's about it. The wind will die down, and then front number 2 comes in overnight tonight. So the big story Friday is wind. Quite a bit of wind on Friday. But we'll start with today. Lots of sunshine. The wind that's going on right now up at Pangbourne, it's a wind out of the west-northwest at 16 miles an hour. That's going to, and very low relative humidity, by the way. It's a dry front as well. That's going to come in later on today. Sunshine today, high of 82. Clouds come back in tonight, 54 for the overnight low. Cloudy Friday morning, sunshine Friday afternoon, windy all day Friday as the second trough of cool air comes in with a high of 76, which is still very warm for this time of the year. Then on Friday night, clear skies but windy overnight Friday night into early Saturday morning. By the time you're up and about Saturday morning, the wind should be done, and it's looking really good for Saturday. We've had a whole string of just very pleasant weekend weather, and that's going to continue this weekend, but lots of sunshine Saturday and a high of 81. Just a couple of clouds Saturday night with an overnight low of 55. Sunny on Sunday and a high of 82. Sunday night is going to be breezy, by the way, but then just gorgeous weather, and the heat wave continues. That's it for us. Have a good and safe Thursday. Start your weekend with us tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.